4-1 for the po one. Southside niggas don't run. What you want to do? Play your young fool. Put it down for this, that, and the rip rap and the rural rap. Oh, talk that shit. There we go. I suggest that you talk that shit. I think I had a long ass trigger warning before the moment. I'll drop that shit. Come on.
You ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
Wow.
That's what Will Smith should have did. Should have just went up there and just peed his pants, show him what time it is. Be like, look, I'm a fucking millionaire and I'm pissing myself. Talk about that.
I hate award shows, but I would have watched that shit if I would have known what was gonna happen.
Right? Niggas would have showed up like, yo, hey. Just say, hey, what up, comrade?
I don't feel like this was comrade's situation, though. What the fuck, Will Smith?
It was not camaraderie. Let's see. I took a look at the little video clip on the Twitter?
No.
Cause I don't watch these things. I was doing laundry like a real man, okay, like a high value man. Mm-hmm. I was doing laundry in my house and and drinking wine. I was drinking wine and doing laundry. I was actually having a magic Sunday, as much as you can, right? Wine, reefer, laundry. Let's do this, right? Got some wafers. Let's go. And I go off to bed, as you do, right? First, I rested in the office first and then came up to the real bed to find Phoenix Calida was like, nigga, I ain't sleeping yet. Phoenix Calida be like, nigga, it's 1 a.m.
It was not 1 a.m.
And I need to listen to some acapella records.
It was not 1 a.m.
Nah, it was midnight.
Yes.
Yeah. So I took a look at it. And I already have opinions about Will Smith already. And other such things. And I probably look weird. Let me hit the switch. There we go. For the folks looking at video, suddenly my chair just went up. And so I'm looking. I'm saying, hey, well, according to my news feed, the 90s celebrities are tripping again. All right? And I expect this from Will Smith. In the game of patriarchy that many men still choose to play with each other, he lost sorely, and he will never get over it. I quit this game as soon as I started it in my early 20s. I'm an outsider, and I'm looking at y'all, and you look silly. And beyond that, I got dad jokes for it, right? I guess Chris didn't see his blinker. Now he's got to move back in with Uncle Phil.
But even the didn't see the blinker line, I don't even know that black people get that reference. I don't think most black people even know that reference.
That's because Will Smith failed as a gangster rapper. Like that song, a decent single, like it made the rounds a bit. At least Cube 93 in Washington State, that radio station played it. But yeah, that record did not really hit like that. The whole album didn't hit because, well, he tried to be a gangster rapper.
Yeah.
Right? And also maybe the new Carlton should have gave him some good downers before the event. You know, dad jokes. You know, but also, yes. I was thinking, because I put this shit in my little Facebook post.
Yeah.
And I was like, before the Kevin Samuels weirdos, before they say, this is what protecting black women looks like. If that's what it looks like, Will needs to go see Bill. By Bill, I mean Billy Blanks, and take a Tybo class. Because if he would have came at me with that slap, sir, a man taller and bigger and stronger than me would have been on the floor that day. That was a wild ass slap. He brought that. It was like fucking, he started in Louisiana and fucking like landed on Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. You couldn't cut that nigga off in Jersey? How did your left arm not instantly go up and shut the whole game down on whatever he thought he was doing?
I feel like that's a fair question, though.
Shit. Nigga better go see Billy Blanks. If that's what protecting black women looks like to you niggas, oh my Jesus. I see why you're Kevin Samuels fans. Physically weak men are awesome to you. My God.
But I wonder if Kevin Samuels wouldn't clown him for being a simp or whatever. For defending her.
Nope, no. I already looked in their groups after I made this post.
Okay.
I looked in their groups and they're already on some this is protecting black women shit. They're already there.
From Chris Rock. All right, that's who we need to protect. All right, fine.
Yeah, Chris Rock.
Fine.
Yeah, protect black women from the guy that
Not fucking Daniel Holtzclaw.
Yeah,
Chris Rock. All right, fine.
the black man that has 0 children out of wedlock in poverty, the guy that he offered to divorce his wife to get out of her hair, but bought a house close enough so that with the shared custody, the kids could literally walk down the street to his house.
He did that too?
Yeah.
Damn.
Not the Kanye way.
No. Ooh, excuse me. Didn't some white comedian in Australia do that shit?
Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Jeffries did the same thing, but now Jim Jeffries is in America arguing for sex workers' rights. Thanks, Americans. The fuck? Right? And I'm looking at I'm like, okay, because that was a Babe Ruth swing. That's what that slap was. Right? Slaps are quick. A slap is an open-handed jab.
Yeah.
That was a swing. He may as well have closed fist if you're gonna swing that wild. And then Chris Rock, and also, because the microphones are right there, you don't hear a pop sound, so he actually didn't even land the target. He basically just hit him. It was a sloppy hit. And this is the protection y'all talking about. You couldn't knock over the nigga that played Pookie in New Jack City. You couldn't knock him back.
Not Pookie.
Come on, man.
Come on, not Pookie, man.
That's
Why you gotta do
protecting
Pookie
black
like
women.
this?
Come on, niggas. Better than that. But and furthermore, it's stuffy rich people. This isn't the street level where a woman or girl is getting shot over not giving her phone number to a nigga at the bus stop. That's the protection that folks are talking about that bring it up. But I'm just an old man that's been yelling at the Will Smith cloud ever since he did I tried to do the blinker thing and then failed at that. And then after that failed, like 4 years later, he's being interviewed and he was like, gangster rap was so whack. That thing you tried to do and failed, I know, I would see that as whack as fuck too. And then when Eminem got at your ass about it, you didn't want no funk with Eminem. This was Eminem on his second album.
Yeah.
He wasn't even 5 times platinum yet. And you were shook. You were shook. You were the nigga selling more records than Jay-Z, and you were shook of Eminem.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, the Eminem this was TRL, I'm the real Slim Shady Eminem. You're from West Philly, born and raised. And again, I'm meaner to Will Smith in particular, because I remember, leading up to that, his antics on BET's Rap City, which I understand the talking big shit, right? You want to talk up your accomplishments, but it's I see what happened as I get older and more ideological. And it's because in that Rap City with Tigger, he was talking about dudes make fun of me because I'm the fun, happy guy, but it's okay, you want to talk about fighting? Let's jump in the ring, let's actually put on gloves and box. Let's see. You want to talk about shooting? Let's actually go down to the range and see who has better target practice. You want to talk about hit records? You all know the words to Summertime, right? Yeah. Nightmare on My Street. He went through his hits, went through his movies. And basically, he's the big man on campus. And that was around the time he got married, right? And then her name became Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
Right? And he was the big fucking guy. But you're playing that patriarchy game. You could even see it. I remember as a youngster, if we would have had a Twitter or something back then, my post would have been, Will being with Jada does not look sincere to me. It looks more like a very, very public trophy wife pick.
Yeah.
For it, but I don't think I had that language then. I probably would have tried to say something. I probably would have said top notch or some shit with my limited vocabulary back then. But it didn't look legit to me. I'm there's not a serious couple that really love. Maybe she might really love him, but he does not really love her. She's a trophy pick.
I mean, you never really know what's going on internally with somebody, but their relationship is weird as fuck to me. Every time they talk about their relationship, it gets weirder. I don't understand why they're together. They are not the sales pitch for monogamy. They are not a sales pitch for marriage. I don't find them to be a sales pitch for anything.
Yeah.
Because literally every time they talk about the relationship, we find out it's worse than we thought it was. And it's just I was fine going my whole life never knowing. Actually, I was perfectly fine with that shit. But yeah, it's weird because they always talk about cheating on each other, right? It's fucking weird.
That's what I don't know, because I don't follow celebrities in general that heavily, so I don't know if that's always been going on the way other folks do. You know, and I don't think that makes me more high and mighty. It's more like I follow celebrities, but I follow different celebrities. How about that? I mostly just followed like actual good rappers and not ones that failed. You know, and but I did know, like, I remember seeing like shit about like their kids, and that looked pretty goofy.
Yeah.
Like, and for the most part, my only real beef with them and their kids was, why did y'all have that teenage girl in that fucking photo pose with that grown ass man like that? That's the only one I remember really. Their daughter, whatever her name is,
Willow,
and she was like in a photo pose, some nigga like in his 30s or some shit, and it looked mad grimy. And like that shit does not look cute. It does not look artistic. Fuck all that. Like that's weirdo shit. Now you make niggas like Alex Jones sound like they make sense with that Holly weird talk.
Yeah.
You know, which tends to just be homophobia, transphobia, and anti-Semitism. You know, blood libel and all.
Yeah. No, but they call them what the fuck does Jada, entanglements or whatever? That's what they call it when they cheat on each other, because they, I guess, have an open relationship, but they have like the worst open relationship of all time.
Yeah, just don't be like you're not actually together is the weird thing. You more so just make public appearances together. You're co-workers.
Yeah, and
You're
also like it would be so
breed.
embarrassing to get slapped by Will Smith. If Chris Rock wasn't 4 feet tall, that shit wouldn't happen.
Yeah, and it's because it was that slap. It should have been something else. And then something I just pointed out to this cat on the Facebook that commented on my post. Because what's his name? Steven Steele, to my understanding, he's a journalist. And he's out in Japan, but I think he's from New York. And he said, I saw it as an act of self-absorption with a hint of calculated image shifting and manipulation. The self-absorption, to my understanding, that's just him again he's thinking about the fact that he lost the patriarchy game. Because now everybody, like, I'm going to use the crass language here, as apparently I've done several times this year. This is just my filthy language year for the podcast. But fact is, Will Smith, in the game of patriarchy that he's played, where he was top shit nigga, right? Fighter, shooter, actor, rapper. He was the guy.
Yeah.
He is, every room that he walks into, whenever he sees other men, not women, but other men, all he could think is, they know that other guy, whatever his name is, that his dick, his veiny hard dick, was in my wife's pussy, and she liked it. Yeah. And I'm still with her. And that's all that's on his mind. That's why that shit wasn't about no damn G.I. Jane. He didn't give a shit about that.
Yeah, and apparently, according to what I'm hearing, Denzel is the one who pulled him away to talk to him. Denzel, like, jumped in to be the voice of reason.
He went and said, hey, baby. But Denzel has a million voices. Yeah, but that's in an article or tweets?
This is in tweets. Like, there's just pictures of him hugging Jada and, like, having his arm around Will, like, pulling him away, trying to talk to him. Like, you can tell that's what's happening.
He's also like, hey, listen here. Nobody can really do a legitimate Denzel. And yeah, you could see that shit, because like after the hit, the Wild Babe Ruth hit that didn't knock anything out of any park, and he went back to his seat and he was yelling, keep her name out your fucking mouth. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Look at his eyes. Glossed. That nigga's about to cry all the cry.
He's been crying all the cry. Again, every time they say anything about their relationship, it gets worse. It's something the public didn't need to know, and it's something that makes them look like clowns every fucking time.
Yeah, he needs to just go get some good light-skin hobbies and just go do that and be that.
He's fucking rich. He can just go be rich.
Also that.
Like, literally, go buy a fucking yacht or something. Go away.
You gotta wonder, like, I guess when you've been rich for 3 consecutive decades, right? It's never been like Will Smith had that Coke summer. Like,
Right.
Will Smith has never had, like, that time where it was like, wow, he's going real down in the dumps. You know, like, no, he's been top shit nigga for 3 consecutive decades. Right? He's been in the zone. Nothing but net.
So you think Kevin Hart still wants to host the Oscars?
Yeah. Because, really, I think Kevin Hart could take one of them.
I think Kevin Hart would have whooped Will Smith's ass.
Yeah. Him like,
Kevin Hart
hold on,
would've
I'm
started
from
swinging.
North Philly.
Kevin Hart would have started swinging.
Yeah, Kevin
yeah.
Hart, he seems to be no stranger to the weight bench.
Yeah, but honestly, like, I gotta say, this shit is just fucking... I don't know. This shit is just so embarrassing to me. I would be so mortified if someone got up and, like, started a fight allegedly on my behalf over a fucking joke at the Oscars. I would be so fucking mortified.
And G.I. Jane, because she shaved her head bald,
Yeah.
nigga will. India.Arie shaved her head bald. That's not some, who was that
But
Irish
Jada has
nigga?
always kept her hair low.
That's another factor.
Like,
I don't even think about that part
like,
because
do you
I'm not
remember
really a
fucking
fan.
Jada in Demon Knight? Remember
Yeah.
that fucking, that old ass shit? Before she was even Jada Pinkett Smith, she was just Jada Pinkett in that movie.
And that's why Will's problem is, and that's the thing, he doesn't want anyone saying anything about her at all because he's already maxed out on his emotional PSI. That's all he's got, right? If you turn on Vlad TV, you got Vlad and Boosie joking about it. Everybody jokes about it, and you know it, and you shouldn't have played the stupid patriarchy game.
But y'all shouldn't be telling people. Stop telling people your business, please.
Probably been rich and famous too long. To them, this is just normal. Right? All right. So that's Little Willie from Philly, if you know the dilly. Fucking muckers.